We're going to explore some color options. I have two images here. The bottom one has a lot less values than the top one does, and I just want you to kind of see the difference between the images and why the color might be affecting them the way that they are. So I'm going to move this over here. Make sure that your image is grouped, and then when you click on it, you can click on this artboard tool right here. And so if I hold Option and drag, I can actually duplicate that entire artboard. Now you might get a message that pops up saying that you have hidden or locked objects on the artboard and that they will not be moved. That's just my picture in the background. I have it locked, and so it's not coming over with the image, and that's totally okay. So when I click on this image with my selection tool, I'm going to do this one first. You'll get this Recolor button. I can also go to Edit, Edit Colors, Recolor Artwork, and it takes you to the same place. And so there's a couple different things that you can do with this. So Adobe Illustrator has color libraries that are already created. So for example, let's say I wanted to do skin tones. What you're going to notice when I click on the skin tones one is that it only changes one of the values. It's only going to change your midtones. So your black and your white values are not going to change. So that's why I only have one color in here. But you can see with this image, when I recolor this one, using the same skin tones, you're going to see that it has a lot more value changes in there. That's because there's a lot more midtones within that illustration. I can click on these little buttons right here, but what that's going to do is it's going to randomly change the colors for me, which is probably not going to work out for you. So I probably would avoid using those buttons, but you can click on them and see what happens. You can always undo, or you can also click on reset, and that will work as well. I can choose other color libraries here too, so I don't have to use skin tones if I don't want to. So let's say I want to go in and go under nature and use foliage. So what's going to happen then is you're going to see all of these colors here, and it's going to apply those colors to our midtones. As you can see, it only pulled the green values from this because we don't have a ton of color changes or value changes in here. I can click on auto, and I could choose just one color, two colors, three colors, four colors, five colors. And again, I just don't have enough values in here to start adding the red into this, but I think this looks pretty good. So if I wanted a green image, I could click on that. I could also go to Adobe Color, and you make sure that you are signed into your account up here. And so I can either create colors here. So let's say I want like a monochromatic color scheme, and maybe I want my images, if I drag this, maybe I want them to be all blue. I can save this, and it should be saving in my library, as you can see down here. What should happen is I should be able to go up here and find it in my library, but as you can see, it's not showing up in here. I think the libraries are not connecting properly, and I think that has something to do with our internet filters. But what I can do is I should be able to go to my library. So come up here, and I can go to my library where I just saved that color scheme, and I can download this as an Adobe Swatch Exchange, so ASE file. So if I download that, so this is going to be Adobe My Color Theme. I can change the name of this if I want to. And then if I go back into Illustrator, I would want to go to Window, Swatches, and then I'm going to click on either this little hamburger and do Open Swatch Library and go to Other Library, or I can click on this little set of books and go to Other Library. Then I can go to my downloads, I can find my Adobe Colors, and I can hit open, and that will open this up here. So now when I go to recolor my artwork and I click on color library, it should show up down here at the bottom. So that's one workaround for the Adobe theme not connecting properly. So I can go to Adobe Color and I can make my own colors, or I can go under Trends or under Explore and I can find other colors in here. So these are some trending colors right now, and I can search for other things. So let's say I wanted to type in the word ocean. Then what I'm probably going to get are a lot of blue colors. Not always. Some people have created other color schemes and have tagged them with these words, but let's say I wanted to go into this one, and again, I should be able to hit to add to library, but doesn't seem to be working. But I can go to download as ASE or Adobe Swatch Exchange, and then I can go back in and I'm going to duplicate my artboard, and I'm going to recolor that artwork, and I'm going to go to my swatches first, and I'm going to go to other library. I'm going to go to my downloads. I'm going to go find that Adobe swatch that I just saved, and now when I recolor that artwork, I can go to that library. So I can use colors that other people have created, or I can create my own colors. If I want to play around with some other color schemes, again, if I go under Create, maybe I want a triad color scheme, and again, as I move these around the color wheel, I will get different types of color schemes back here